Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read-through for Omniscient Reader, or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, chapter 70, 71, and hopefully 72. I want to try to do 3 chapters a week, unless they're really, really long. Like, even doing an hour video, I think it was a little over an hour last week, wasn't really that bad. I had a lot of fun with it. I do have a lot of other things that I have to do this week. I have a lot of other videos I'm trying to make, but I still want to try to shoot for 3. So unless I am hitting like 25-30 minutes per chapter reading through this, then I think it's fine. I think it is perfectly okay and perfectly acceptable to go for 3. And yeah, sorry if that last sentence got a little derailed. I remembered something I was supposed to talk about in the intro while I was talking about that. I wanted to say that a lot of you explained a lot more about the world and about the processes of the scenarios to me, so it makes a lot more sense, and I wanted to thank you all. Again, individually, like there's not much to say because you all really just gave me a lot of information. I wanted to say thank you to all of you. Just know that I really do enjoy and love reading through all of your comments. I just don't always know what to reply back. Like, if there's an obvious way to reply, I'll reply. But then sometimes I'm like, I really do appreciate this person's comment, but I don't really know what to say in response to it. But I wanted to thank you all. And there was one point that somebody brought up, but I forgot to look back at who it was. Let me look back really quick at their username. I'll take a quick jump cut. It was Lazy Sunday 999 who, when talking about sort of the issues with the rules at times seeming a bit ambiguous or not the most organized, or just things in general with ORV not always seeming organized, brought up the fact that ORV, the story that Dokja is now having to live through, is based on TWSA. And here's the thing, if people are like, oh, this is cool reading this, it'd be really neat to read TWSA. No, it wouldn't. No, it would not. Because Dokja was the only reader. And they bring up, Dokja mentions that TWSA felt like a story for him. It was a story that he really connected to, that he really loved. But nobody else did. And so when we think a lot about, you know, oh man, the historical portions a couple videos ago, that was a bit much. We got a bit deep into that. Or, the rules seem a little weird sometimes. The rules don't always seem super consistent. We've got to remember that Dokja's living through the world of TWSA. If we spend a lot of time with historical stuff, or if there's just a lot of different stuff going on between regressors and the rules and the side plots and all of this other stuff, the constellations, we've got to remember that TWSA wasn't a popular story. Dokja was the only person reading this after a while. So it kind of, any issues with the world kind of makes sense when you think about it as, oh yeah, Dokja was the only one reading this world. So I think that's a cool way to think about things as well. Like, if anything, if we wanted a more exciting story, we would need to be reading the plagiarized version. But either way, with all that out of the way, I'm gonna end my intro here before it goes on too long and just read and talk about these chapters. Let's go into 70. We ended off with him making a deal, kind of, with the fake king, and I love her. She is, I still keep calling her by that instead of Suyeong. I really love her. She's quickly become one of my favorite characters, so I'm excited to see where their relationship goes from here, and I'd really love to see more of the side characters. Okay, I'll sign it. And let me actually check to make sure you can see everything on screen okay. Looks fine. Temporary pledge. Kim Dokja and Han Suyeong will be under a contract until the end of the current sub-scenario. Both parties will not harm each other until the end of the sub-scenario. Both parties will take turns sleeping to bypass the sleep penalty. And then 2, we don't get to see, that's questionable. Suyeong must follow Dokja's orders while the contract is in effect. Suyeong will cooperate with Dokja in order to clear the scenario during the contract and follow his orders, as long as it does not threaten her life. That's an important clause. Dokja will protect Suyeong while the contract is in effect, and also the clause isn't there for him protecting her. The contract will come to an end as soon as the sub-scenario is complete. Any violations will be something in the extinction of the violator's physical... So assuming you die if you break it. Like the extinction of your physical body. or result in the extinction. Maybe that's not be, maybe that's result. It just seemed like it wouldn't be a word that long after the in the top row. But under one condition. We have to share our intel. I have a lot I want to ask you. Just what the hell is your attribute? I wish she asked him an even stronger question than that. Like, I would love to have him actually sharing some info from her, like he's the one who read the story. We have episode 70, chapter 15, The World Without a King, part 6. And you better not lie, I have the lie detection skill. Character Suyeong has activated the skill lie detection level 1. She actually does, he thinks. I don't even have that skill yet. I don't know either. What? Character Suyeong has confirmed that you're telling the truth. Is this thing broken? Nope, it isn't. She's bonking herself in the head. I'll answer 3 questions. You've already used one up. How could you not know your own attribute? I really don't. Next question. Why did you give up the throne? I knew she'd ask me that, he thinks. You ruined my plan by doing that. If it weren't for you, do you know how hard I worked to stop the world from ending with those idiots? If I had the throne, we would already be in the next scenario, and Seoul would already be in ruins if you were on the throne, he cuts her off. Character Han Soo-young has confirmed that you're telling the truth. I love the comedy panel. It really must be broken, she hits herself harder. It's working just fine, and it's not just you. We would have been doomed, no matter who sat on the throne. Character Han Soo-young has confirmed that you're telling the truth. How do you know that? What number announcer are you? He's telling the truth. How is it that you know something even I don't? I'm not a renouncer. Character Han Soo-young has confirmed that you're telling the truth. Man, what a great panel. The art's always great. But sometimes some of these are just gorgeous. I love the framing on this one. Plus, her outfit and design is really great. And I actually... brown is not a common color to... for black or gray kind of color tones for the main character in this kind of scenario. And that's mostly what Dokja's worn so far. It's fitting, but I love the use of brown instead. It really makes Dokja stand out because we haven't seen a lot of other characters other than maybe Sanga with a lighter tannish, suit. We haven't really seen a lot of other characters with the color scheme like that. It stands out because it's not like the usual look we've had for Dokja so far. How much of TWSA have you read? You've used up all 3 questions. But this is the most important one. Answer me. Well, if he's not a renouncer, then she should be able to put together that means he read all of it. No, it can't be. No one could have been mad enough to... She's like, the story couldn't have... Again, what we said at the beginning, it couldn't have been good enough for anybody to have stuck through the entire thing. Mad. And then... footsteps. Something's coming. What is it? They look vaguely human, but... Personal skill character profile activated. This character's information cannot be viewed using the character profile. This character does not have a registered character profile. They're not characters, he thinks. So are they just beasts? Or is it a person that can transform? Where are they? It's furries! There. Humanoid demons. Okay, so they are just creatures within the game itself then. They're around here somewhere. They destroyed the coin farms. And then he takes down the guy, the random wanderer. The wanderers all had their own way of survival. Some choose to remain as humans and run coin farms. Or that might have been chose. That should have been past tense. While others give up their... Oh no, never mind. While others give up their humanity and live on as a new species. Okay, so they are players then. They must have used the meteorite. I know him. He's a renouncer. He's surprised. How do you know that? I can just tell. It's my power as the last renouncer. I can see the stats and attributes of all the other renouncers. Come to think of it, Min Sub mentioned that the first disciple came to see him as soon as the scenario began. It was because she could spot other renouncers with her skill. That's why I was suspicious of you. Is that right? My skill didn't work on you when you were obviously a renouncer. There were a few people who refused to join me, and he's one of them. I didn't give it much thought because most died right in the beginning, but look at him now. So, what the hell's he supposed to be? His name is Song Minu. Song Minu. He's not a character, but I've definitely heard of that name before. Oh? Oh! So he was Renouncer, so he read some of the story. Okay, I wondered if Sung Minu, if his bully, was going to show back up in the story, but I didn't expect it here and in this way. Something's different about him. He's not like the other Renouncers. Using my skill on him, it says, and he finds them. He is a Renouncer who's only read chapter 173. He finds them. I've found you. What a cool face. I love this design. Tier 6 humanoid demon werewolf Sung Minu is checking its surroundings. If you know anything about me, please don't call me a furry, but I guess I don't really care. I love non-humanoid designs. In any piece of fantasy media that I read, I love when you get out there with different fantasy races and stuff, or just ways series where all of the characters look weird and different. I love different humanoid character designs. So again, I think that's very cool. And then we have a sub-scenario recap. And that actually seemed pretty quick to me personally. Yeah, that was less than 10 minutes to read that chapter. That's pretty rare for an Omniscient Reader chapter. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. Let's go on to the next one and see what we have with chapter 71. Alright, moving into chapter 71, we start off with, "Hey Dokja, didn't you hear me?" And then, "Stop reading that crap and go get us some snacks." And then we cut to modern Dokja being bullied by the giant furry. "Was it you who destroyed my coin farm?" Okay, and then is this another avatar of Suyeong torn apart in the background? Tier 6 humanoid demon werewolf Sung Minu is activated the skill Carnivorous Threat level 5. The character Han Suyeong has activated the skill Mental Barrier level 3. What are you doing? Kill him now, or Dokja, kill him now? Kill him now. Why was I reading Dokja in there somewhere? I guess from the combination of the KI from kill and the him from that, and then doing, I just thought Kim Dokja was in there somewhere. What are you doing? Kill him now. The character Han Suyeong has partly nullified the effects of Carnivorous Threat. Dokja, he's just scared. Your movement has been slowed due to the effect of Carnivorous Threat. By the way he talks, it's undoubtedly Sung Minu. But how's he a Renouncer? Your will to fight is reduced due to the effect of Carnivorous Threat. There's no way a jock like him would have read the novel. You look familiar. Again, when people are bullying you for something or being mean to you for something, very often, projection. You look familiar. You nerd, I can't believe you're into this crap. 10 ways to... what? What's so fun about it? Oh? He realizes, I remember you. You know me, right? Nope. Really? I think you do. Could it be because he read the novel then? Your will to fight is reduced due to the effect of Carnivorous Threat. Who would have guessed that a loser like you would survive this long? You were always reading that thing. My arms have gone weak. Tier 6 humanoids may be strong, but I've even managed to beat a Tier 5 fire dragon. I can't lose to someone like him. I'm Sung Minu, your high school buddy. This is great. I was wondering if you were still alive. Let's get it together. I still have personal skill. The fourth wall is shaking. The fourth wall skill. I finally get it. It's not that he's strong. The problem is with me. The skill didn't work properly that time when I entered Jungkook's body in the first-person POV. Damn it. I think I finally get what the fourth wall does. And I love this shot as well. You know that thing you used to read? Personal skill, fourth wall is shaking. Where can I read the rest of it? The fourth wall. I've had this personal skill from the beginning. I still don't know everything that it can do, but I know this for sure. And he just gets blasted away. This skill, makes it so that I perceive this world as fictitious. Okay. The omen of the Great Hall. Looks like a regular old rain cloud. Is it going to rain again? Okay, is he going to like shift? Is he going to do like a real world shift? I sensed that some things felt different at times. Unlike the real world, I was able to make quick decisions, as if I were looking at myself from an outsider's perspective. It was all possible, because I had the fourth wall skill. What the hell are you doing? He starts falling down the wall. You told me I could count on you. Why the hell are you just lying there? And we have all of these data people being summoned and then subsequently taken down. Omniscient Reader, episode 71, chapter... We're halfway through just getting the title card. Chapter 15, The World Without a King, Part 7. And we still have the people being summoned. You told me I could count on you. And then taken down. Okay, so that was the part that got destroyed before in the background. Why the hell are you just lying there? The fourth wall. It refers to an invisible wall that exists between the audience and the actors on the stage in a play. It divides the two groups so they cannot interact with each other. The fourth wall skill makes me perceive reality as a novel. Ow, that hurt. But if it's shaking, that must be because I recognize Song Minu as reality. Okay. So that's the difference. He's been, and again, this gets deeper into the philosophical stuff we always talk about. He's been viewing everyone and everything so far as fictional. And this is the first thing that's really shaking him, even more than, Sangha or anything. He's being shaken because he's viewing this guy as real. It was a special power-up event. What? Where's the fun in winning so easily all the time? There's got to be some adversity to make things interesting. Right. Is that why you were passed out? I had some things to mull over. Many constellations are relieved. Do you know that guy? I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I overheard what he said. Yeah, I do. He traumatized me a little when we were young. He traumatized you a little? That doesn't even make sense. So, what is it? You can tell me. Let Big Sis help you out. Don't people suddenly power up with a few words of encouragement in TWSA? I'm not Lee Hyun-sung. It hurts more than usual where I was hit. I almost forgot that the fourth wall also works to alleviate pain. Look at him, Dokja. There's no way that thing is human. The Song Minu who used to bully you is no more. What you see in front of you is just a humanoid monster. And I'm 28 years old now. I'm no longer the 17-year-old whose biggest problem is a school bully. Again, he's having to convince himself that this isn't real. A constellation who likes revenge plots has revealed his nickname. Constellation, the one who overcame the trials a little too late, is rooting for you. Okay. Interesting. I won't make guesses yet, because it's, again, probably just some Korean figure that I know nothing about. I can't have the fourth wall shake every time I come across someone who's traumatized me. And then, a bounty scenario has been started. And then bounty scenario, overcome trauma, sub C, sub and difficulty C, clear condition, a few constellations, including the one who overcame the trials a little too late, has requested that you undertake a bounty scenario. Overcome your trauma within the given time limit, and rid yourself of the specter of your past. What a way to word it. Time limit 1 hour. Reward, we don't know. Penalty is you will be despised by the one who overcame the trials a little too late. Okay, you'll be despised by one of the constellations, which is an odd penalty. Bounty scenario, overcome trauma. Wipe that blood off your nose and stand back. What? You've done enough. You've spent 6,000 coins on agility to boost it from 30 to 40. Your entire body begins to feel as agile as the wind. You've spent 15,500 on strength to go all the way from 25 to 50. Your muscles are bulging like a monster. Unbreakable Faith's special property's been activated. The ether affix has converted to holy. Hey, are you going to be alright? And we have the copies, or I guess maybe avatars or whatever, being torn apart still. He takes notice. Personal skill, the fourth wall is shaking. I'll be fine. I finished powering up. He calms himself and rushes in. But, Hold on. He can't kill, though. Unless he's not counted as human anymore, and maybe whether or not he counts as human depends on Dokja's perception. How's he moving so fast? Because I don't think he's allowed to kill a person, a human, but I think that killing monsters is probably still okay, right? Again, unless I'm forgetting if they already specified that, but I'm assuming killing monsters is probably alright. But no, he doesn't get killed, just cut, and he backs away. You've spent 7,000 coins on agility, and he boosts that to level 50 as well. A flurry of swiftness overcomes your entire body. And he takes the arm off. And that's where we end? Okay. This would have been like a weird kind of off cliffhanger if I ended here, so I am glad we're at least doing one more. I'll go to 72, and again, if that is also really short, because we've recorded like less than 10 minutes, then less than 10 minutes. Again, I have a lot to do, so I don't mind ending it there, but if it's like really short, then I can maybe do some more. But we'll see. Let's go to 72 for now. Alright, on to chapter 72. We continue on with this fight. We've got Minu losing his arm, and then he starts to regenerate it. Physical regeneration, a skill exclusive to werewolves, but his regeneration's too fast. Weird that that's exclusive to werewolves, unless we're going to be seeing a bunch more of them. But his regeneration is too fast. Is he receiving a protection of some kind? It would be pretty sick to see more werewolves. That's even better. The goal of the bounty scenario isn't to kill him, but to overcome my trauma. Constellation, the one who overcame the trials a little too late, is focused on your next move. The Constellations won't be happy if it were too easy. You've spent 8,000 coins on strength, going all the way to 60. You've garnered, and it seems like for every increment of 10 of a stat, he's going up 1,000 in coins. You've garnered the interest of the giants with your strength. Your overall stats have neared the limit set for the scenario. Minu, I didn't get to greet you properly earlier. He charges in and goes for a punch instead. Again, that's probably more entertaining to like put on more of a show for the scenario and everything, but also helps prevent him from just straight up killing. Alright, now we have episode 72, chapter 15, The World Without a King, part 8. But you know what? Don't you think you should have apologized the moment you saw me if you had any conscience? Boy, am I glad to see you. And then we have his human face glaring at him. And Dokja hesitates. You piece of... Personal skill, fourth wall is shaking. Oh, he's starting to see him as real again. Damn it. Suyeong was right. There's no such thing as a little trauma. I'm definitely stronger than him now, but my fists are shaking. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. And he starts wailing in on him. You used to be a loser who read fantasy novels all day long, but now that loser's all grown up. You don't seem to have matured at all since then. I was helpless and weak, and all I did back then was read. Stop. I'll continue to have the same nightmares, and the 17-year-old Dokja Kim, or Kim Dokja, will forever be stuck in that moment. Please, stop. This is nowhere enough to make up for what he did to me. Why should I? I'm sorry, I apologize, I didn't know any better. I don't think you get it. I'm not beating you to get an apology out of you. Didn't know better? Sure, he probably means that. But I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. Again, he's viewing himself as not the 17-year-old Dokja, not the quote-unquote real Dokja even, but as the fictional story, I have entered this Dokja. And also, I mentioned before the use of him wearing brown. It's a callback to the school uniform too, except now it's a suit because he's different. He's the adult him, and I think that's a neat thing to do with the art too. What are you saying? I know he was just young and immature, that it was just something stupid that he did in his youth. I can understand that much now. and as an adult, I know I should stop this senseless violence. But Junghyuk, what would Junghyuk have done? You've betrayed me. Die. You've betrayed me in my last regression. Die. Die. And he thinks of all the people Junghyuk killed in the story. He smiles at him. And then starts laughing. Yes, that's what Junghyuk would have done. I guess I still have some growing up to do too. Personal skill, the fourth wall, is beginning to shake less. I still read fantasy novels. And then he delivers one last punch to send him flying. Alright. Sorry, it feels like I have something in my eye. I don't know what's going on here. And he actually really sent him flying. Then we have the scenario recap. Assuming that he cleared it then. The clear condition's been met for the bounty, or the clear condition for the bounty scenario has been met. And then, you're such a freak. How can you beat up a werewolf with your bare hands? All the other werewolves ran because you scared them. He's not dead yet. The fourth wall is no longer shaking at the side of him. I may not have fully overcome my trauma, but I guess I've gained a little tolerance against it. The constellation, the one who overcame the trials a little too late, is cheering you on. The constellation, the one who overcame the trials a little too late, is offering you his stigma. Huh? What? He's offering me his stigma? Really? And so that was the secret prize. You've obtained the stigma, self-justification. Constellation, the one who overcame the trials a little too late, is smiling at you in satisfaction. You now have a defense system that makes you impervious to trauma. Self-justification. Is this any good? And then Prisoner of the Golden Headbands rolling on the floor laughing. Is this supposed to be a joke? Hey, aren't you going to kill this thing? Huh? I mean, him. Do I have to? I mean, I won't be breaking any rules since it's not even human, and the constellations in Byung's channel will love it if I do. He's no longer categorized as the same species. Werewolf Songminu supporting constellations glaring at you. Many constellations want to see you take revenge. He's gonna do it to spite them, isn't he? Let's just go. What? Really? Some constellations are disappointed by your hypocrisy. Are you really not gonna kill him? He probably has a lot of coins. That's right. Many constellations are puzzled by your decision. Constellation Secretive Plotter is silently watching you. Then, can I? And then he looks back. Fine. You're gonna regret it, though. Regret it? He shrugs his shoulders. Well, you said I could, so... And then we have a stabbing sound. Okay, no, she actually straight up did it. I figured that she would think that him saying you're gonna regret it, I thought she would take that really seriously and be too scared to do it. A bunch of messages pop up. Why am I getting so many notifications? What the hell is this? The Demon King, the Architect of Discord, has taken note of your presence because you killed the Tier 6 humanoid demon, Werewolf Songminu. The Demon King, Architect of Discord, will remember the incarnation who delivered the final blow. The Demon King, the Architect of Discord, will send its subjects out to search for the incarnation who delivered the final blow. And then we see why she would regret it. Final blow. Han Suyeong. I love her face here. Like, I love her eyes and teeth. Then, I told you you would regret it. I knew that'd happen. She's pissed. You bastard. Sub-scenario, okay, and we get the recap here. This is actually a good place to end, because it feels like we got through that entire werewolf section all in one video. That felt like one concise thing that we just did, and I actually really like that. So I'm actually going to end there, and I'll probably continue on from here, continuing to do 3 a week. Again, maybe in the future, on weeks when I'm not as busy, when I don't have as many other things to do, I'll go longer if it's this short. And maybe, again, if it's really long in the future, I might not be able to do even 3 chapters. But for now, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these chapters, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more. Omniscient Reader much more on the channel. For some reason, I guess I'm just so used to the years of Tower of God, I almost said it. If you want to, subscribe for more. There's going to be tons more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I'll give you a link. If you want to help support the channel, drop a super thanks down below if you'd like to, or if you want to also, in addition to supporting and knowing that you're continuing to help me make videos, if you want a shout out at the end of every video in one piece a bit early, sorry, then hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you to people who are already patrons and members, like I said. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, Nono and Abyss Knight, Cheriton Students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Patiardial. Thank you all so much for all of your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.